Hi, my name is Alexandria Avila, and I am doing my presentation over the Arkansas Blood Institute. This is for Nonprofit Organizations Fall 2019. Things that we will discuss during this presentation today is the structure of the nonprofit, if the nonprofit has any officers, their mission, and their vision statement, if they have a director or a CEO and what they entail, if the nonprofit has any partnerships, how they market themselves, if I have any advice on marketing, and then if the organization has any activists or lobbyists. So, we're going to start off with the Arkansas Blood structure. So how the structure works is there's phlebotomist, like a head phlebotomist, and then your manager. This is the everyday thing that you see whenever you go give blood. So the phlebotomists obviously take the blood. Those are the people who you most commonly see. And then there is the head phlebotomist. Sometimes they need someone that's just kind of in charge of the phlebotomist, I guess you could say. And they kind of do signatures, and they kind of make sure that everyone's doing their job and everyone's just not getting out. And then you have your manager, you could say, but it's not like a typical manager because everyone knows how to do their job and what they're doing. And then, if anyone's not doing their job, that head phlebotomist gets there, or, helps direct them to do it correctly. So the manager does more of organizing the events. They kind of are the ones that are in charge of contacting the schools or contacting a college or an organization trying to say, hey, can you give blood at this event, and setting up those times. And then whenever they do have the event, they try to make sure everything runs smoothly with the school. So the phlebotomist and the head phlebotomist only deal with giving the blood. But if there's a problem with like a permit or where they're supposed to be giving blood or something like that, that's where that manager comes in handy. So that's the main structure for the Arkansas Blood Institute. Then you have your typical office crew, which the office for Arkansas is located in Little Rock, and that's where your accountants, your marketing crew, all of those people are. And then there's also an office for all of the executive team that the Arkansas Blood Institute has. And that entails 10 different roles. Some of those are like the vice president, the Western Division Operations, the Donor Services Vice President, people like that. They all are in Little Rock as well. So the Arkansas Blood Institute even has a very clean-cut and to-the-point mission statement. And it is so good, give blood. If you've ever seen anything from the Arkansas Blood Institute or thought about giving blood, that is on all of their files. It is such a beautiful and helpful organization that helps save lives every single day. So they don't have a director, they have a CEO, and it is Dr. John Armitage. He is the CEO of the 6th largest nonprofit blood institute in the USA, that being Arkansas Blood Institute. He has helped run the Arkansas Blood Institute since 2007, so he's done it for a little bit. And he's always worked in blood, you could say. Like, he's led blood operations before Arkansas. He did it in Roanoke, Virginia. And before that, he started out in the medical field as a medical officer with the American Red Cross. So he's always kind of had a niche for the blood work, I guess you could say. And then he graduated from the University of Texas at Southwestern Medical Center. So that's pretty cool. Does the Arkansas Blood Institute have any partnerships? So they have multiple. So as a nonprofit, especially someone who's in health, lots of the health nonprofits work together because, they piggyback after each other. So, if they help them, you'll help them. And they just get more marketing and more, you see, whenever you go walk a Susan G. Komen walk, then you see that the Arkansas Blood Institute is helping with them, so you visually get an idea of them and see what they do. So you're like 10 or 6 months from then, if you're like, oh, I want to give blood, then you might think back, oh, I saw the Arkansas Blood Institute. they give blood. So just things like that. Any health industry, any health nonprofit kind of helps each other. So some of the ones that the Arkansas Blood Institute works with is Susan G. Komen and the Survivor Challenge. Lots of us know what Susan G. Komen is. It's for women who uh, have lost the battle to cancer. Um, but it's also to help raise awareness about the disease, and it also celebrates the people who have survived this. Then the Survivors Challenge is local to Fort Smith, actually. It offers a run as well, just like Susan G. Komen, and it's a celebration walk for kids. Anyone can join, and they just celebrate and try to raise awareness for kids who have gotten diseases and sickness, and try to celebrate and uplift those kids. So it's really cool. I've never been to it. I've just read about it online from the Arkansas Blood Institute website. So they have multiple other partnerships besides those two days. Then for social media. So the Arkansas Blood Institute has a handle on all of the social media programs. They have a Facebook, they have a Twitter, and they have an Instagram. They're really good about posting survivor stories, saying like, oh, hey, Billy down here survived and made it another day because he got 10 units of blood because of the Arkansas Blood Institute. They're really good about that, about posting all that, which that is great. They need that. But I would suggest that they don't post them as much about their events. For example, the only reason I know whenever they come to Hot Springs, where I'm located, is because of flyers or because someone might send around an announcement. If I go try to look at their Facebook page or their Instagram, I can't really find any information on that, which stinks for millennials who are younger and rely on social media. So I would suggest possibly doing more stuff like that, or maybe even inventing an app. I know that's kind of more out there. But if they did an app that had all of this information on it, and then whenever people came to give blood, they could just say, hey, why don't you download this app? And then it could, they could continuously update the app with all the information that they need on blood drives and survivor stories and everything that they could think of. So that's also a really good idea. And then for advocates and or lobbyists, currently the Arkansas Blood Institute doesn't have either of these, but I had come up with an idea in high school. It's still running, and obviously would need a lot of signatures and stuff. And it would be to legally have our blood type on our driver's license. The only reason I think that we should do something like this, and me and one of the directors at the Arkansas Blood Institute have actually talked about this in depth. We think that they should do this so whenever you go to the hospital, you can have your correct blood. Normally I think it's O negative or O positive. I think it might be O positive. They automatically give you that if they don't know your blood type, because anyone can have that blood type. Well then, that blood type is they don't have as much as that one, because whenever we don't know anyone's blood type, that's what they use. So if we had, our blood type, like I'm B positive, if they knew I was B positive and that was on my driver's license, then they could automatically give me that one, and it would level out all the blood supply for every blood type, if you know what I mean. So anyways, if we were to do this, we would need an advocate or a lobbyist to help promote this. I mean, it would take petitions, signatures, voting. It would take a lot of things to get that going. So anyways, that's it for this presentation. I had a pleasure going in depth on this this organization. I've had a pleasure going into depth on this nonprofit, the Arkansas Blood Institute, this semester. It has been very fun and amazing. So that's all. Thank you.